Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday, the 29th of December 2021. Let's start today's reading off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us a blessing this Wednesday, the 29th of December 2021. 3 days left in this month, guys. 3 days left. Oh my goodness. Oh, we get Ganesha, a crystal clear blessing. You are soon blessed with great clarity. Your destiny is calling, and your soul is shining its infinite wisdom. You are blessed, protected, and guided in all you do from this moment on. Namaste. Let me read that again. Look at this beautiful card. A crystal clear blessing. You are soon blessed with great clarity. Your destiny is calling, and your soul is shining its infinite wisdom. You are blessed, protected, and guided in all you do from this moment on. Namaste. Okay, for those of you who would like to know what cards I use, what divination cards I use for the blessing, put the top on, I use the Namaste deck, blessing and divination cards by Tony Carmine Salerno. There you go, the Namaste deck, a butterfly on it. Beautiful deck, guys. Beautiful. Okay. Good morning. I've got some great questions. Let's go ahead and get started. First question from Danielle Ramos. Will America have another civil war? Will America have another civil war? Cards are jumping around. Here we go. Will America, will America have another civil war? Card flipped over and turned around. We get the Three of Hearts, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Rods, and lastly, and I'm doing 4 card draws, guys, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The short answer is no. No. As much as we thought there was going to be another civil war in America, there won't be. There's going to be heartache. Guys, what's going to happen when all of this, when the dust settles? Because this is we've been through this before, not this exact thing, but we have been through a time where people were literally on the wrong side of history. And when that change finally completed, those who were on the wrong side literally kind of just crawled back under their rocks. Guys, this was when the Tea Party came into existence. We went through something just like this, just not on this scale. It was literally a hostile, an attempted hostile takeover of the United States. Okay, so the question is, will America have another civil war? First card out, we get the Three of Swords. Heartbreak. This is disaster. Okay, this is sadness. And this is what a lot of the GQPers are going to be suffering. Their hearts are going to be broken because they are going to feel like they've been lied to. They are standing in wait. They have been ready since day one, and they have vocalized that. But there is now a rift. Remember, these guys are not, they are not swearing their fealty to the United States. They are swearing their fealty to 45. Okay, that is not sustainable. Okay, they've put him on a pedestal like he's a god, and they want to be his rapid response team. But this is confusion. This is lies. This is a lot of people who are working solely on emotion and very little information. The third card, this is what's going on now. The fighting between them. The problem with ideologies is that when every time somebody introduces a new idea, it throws everything into chaos. These guys have been so adamant about what they want to do, what they are fighting for, what they are saying that they are fighting for. But what they are actually doing is fighting against each other. Give me a second. I gotta let my dog out. Okay. So they are fighting against each other because their ideologies are now clashing. And the final card we get is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, opulence. This is just money. And this is going to be a problem because a lot of the people who finance the sixth are now going to be under scrutiny. So the money that would be needed for to literally wage any type of uh coordinated rebellion is going to take a lot of money, a lot of financing. And right now, people are gun shy. They don't want their name on anything that will tie them back to 45. So the short answer and the long answer is no. There may be grumblings. There may be some attacks on people, but they won't be organized or coordinated. You'll have lone wolf groups that are perpetrating crimes against people, but there will not be an organized civil war. Okay. The second question is also from Danielle, and this is about the royals. Will the royals? Her question was, will the royals reign in this century? A century is too long. Anything, I mean, the world can be destroyed and remade in a century. So I'll ask about the next decade. Will the royals reign? Will the British royals reign end in the next decade? Will there cease to be uh, a figurehead, a king or queen of England in the next decade? Will the Britain's reign end in the next decade? Okay, we've got another jumper. The jumper was the Four of Rods. That's a yes, guys. This is the Democratic Happy Family. Okay, let's go. That was your first card out, followed by second card, we get the World. Hey, look at that. Another great big old yes. Things are completion. Things are coming into the circle is being completed. Everybody is seeing what's going on. That's two yeses. Third card, we get the Moon. This is you know, debauchery, things that are coming out. And guys, secrets, a lot of stuff about colonization. These are the things that are going to be discussed because these are the wrongs that have to be made right. These are the things that are forcing people to have to look at themselves critically on how we got to where we are. And the fourth card, we get the Two of Cups, the partnership. But the answer to this one is yes. In the next decade, there will cease to be a royal family of Great Britain. In the next 10 years, the royals will cease to exist. And it's about time because the colonization and all the harm that one family has done to the entire world, it needs to come to an end. It has to stop because that's where it started, guys. That is exactly where it started. Okay. My next question is uh, from Preston N. And Preston's question is about the 45's children. So we're going to read on the three that will be indicted. So we'll start with Ivana, the fate of Ivanka. I'm sorry, not Ivana. That's the mama. Ivanka Trump. And I just thought of a new question. Let me write it down because it has to do with Ivana. Um, y'all are going to like this question. Okay. So the question is the fates of 45's children, and we will start with Ivanka. What is the fate of Ivanka? Spirit guides, universe, feel free to speak through me. What is the fate of Ivanka Trump? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do a full 9 card pull. Actually, no, I think I'll do 6. I think that is plenty enough. First card we have on Ivanka Trump. We get, sorry about that, get the 9 of Cups, the little emperor protecting his horde. She is worried right now. She's worried about her assets, how much it's going to cost for her to defend herself and her husband, because they're going to have lawyers for both of them. They're going to have teams of lawyers for the things that they have done. The second card in her fate, we get the 8 of Cups, the walk away card. Um, right now, what I feel is there's a lot of hustling going on. They're working very quickly behind the scenes to try to. Um, they see the writing on the wall of what's coming. They really, guys, when they lost the election in 2020, it struck fear into them. This is why they are fighting so hard to keep everything out of court. If they had won the 2020 election, we wouldn't be discussing any of this. By the time they got out of office, we wouldn't have been, America would have been in tatters. But since he did not win and they could not push it, these guys are very worried about their freedom. They are worried about what is going to happen to them. They have incurred so much karma, so much karma. It would take eons to work it off. But let's get back. The third card for Ivanka, we get the strength card, and she's trying to be strong. She's trying to be strong for her family, her children, because she's having her and her husband are having conversations about if one of them goes to prison, who's going to raise the children, or what's going to happen to the children if both of them wind up in prison. These guys are having some very, very scary conversations with each other. They know that they have been caught, and they know that it is just a matter of time before the long arm of the law reaches out and grabs them. The fifth card we get the Ace of Wands. Now, this is they have been beating their drum. Now, this is a beating stick. They have been fighting each other. They have been fighting themselves, but they have been trying to lay blame at everybody else's feet. The truth, the truth that is going to come out is what they are trying so hard to keep suppressed. All of them are dirty. None of them have their hands clean. And that is the doing of their father. Literally, literally. 45 used his children as collateral. 45 used his children as collateral. 45 used his children. He put them in the positions that they were in so that they will take the falls for all the things gone wrong. Okay? The RICO crimes. Who's that under? That's under Eric. That's who got Trump, the Trump Industries, is Eric. He got all of that. So he's going to have to fight that. Ivanka has a lot of the overseas name branding. She has to fight that, and then her clothing lines and everything else. But she was an advisor to the White House, so she has culpability. Her and Jared both have culpability. Jared, and I didn't even put his name down on there, but guys, this is coming in through my guides. Jared is in a world of trouble, and they are scrambling, 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 trying to lessen the severity of what he did. When it comes out, guys, and it will come out, what Jared, the little side backroom deals that Jared was making with MBS, and this is going to rope Ivanka in with him, okay? Because she accompanied him on some of those trips. They were running around like they were little dignitaries speaking for the United States in the Arab Emirates um, with the Saudis. There's a lot of dirtiness and a lot of underhandedness with the Israelis. This is all going to come out. There was a lot of money deal, dirty, double dealing money deals that were made with uh, Ivanka and Jared Kushner and the Israelis. Okay, that's going to come out. And here's the sixth, seventh card we got is the lovers card. This is partnership union. I think that's why Jared is coming out because a lot of the things that Ivanka is going to be um, scrutinized for are going to be things that she did in partnership, in concert with her husband. Okay, and the last card of the draw is the she gets the magician. This is skill, sickness, and loss, guys. This is magic, and they have been they've had because of Trump's luck, and that's what it is. He has got to be one of the luckiest people on the planet because I mean, just the be how he was born is why he doesn't face any consequences. That was his gift. That was his gift is getting out of trouble. He's not smart. He really isn't. And he doesn't have any internal, um, he doesn't have empathy for anyone. Anyone. He only sees things as assets or things that take away money from him. And if you're not an asset to him, he doesn't want anything to do with you. He will not think. He will tell you he does and forget about you the second that he blinks his eyes. That's how he is. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Don Jr. Okay, the fate of Don Jr. Let me give us a little shuffle. Spirit guides, universe, tell us the fate of Don Jr. Nothing jumped out. First card for Don Jr., we get the Empress. The Empress. Fruitfulness and the initiative, followed by the Two of Swords. Let me go ahead and just pull them. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. The fates of Don Jr. First card out, we get the Empress. Okay? The Empress is fruitfulness, initiative, the unknown, doubt, and ignorance. He went in doing everything that his father told him. He went in with people telling him that the people that his father had in the cabinet were going to protect them. He was also an advisor for his father. This is going to turn around and haunt him. His second card, we get the Two of Swords. the crossroads, decisions that have to be made. This is a turning point. Something in his life has changed, and now we are there because this is what's coming at him. So we're at the crossroads here. Everything in his life he's got to define himself now. He's got to decide where and how he is, not where, but how he's going to move forward in his life. The third card for Don Jr., we get the Four of Swords, the Repose card. He's laying low, hiding. He's afraid. He's afraid that what is going to come out could be the harbinger of his demise. Okay? He knows that the partnerships, the connections, the deals that he made with different dignitaries. There's a lot of money laundering going on that is going to affect Don Jr. Also, I see for Don Jr. is that he had something to do with some of the things happening in the Ukraine. So the partnerships that he garnered, he's going to have to answer for. The fifth card. Okay, here we go. The cheerful giver. It's always about money with these people, guys. And this is money that has changed hands. This is money, and this is not him. He's down here because where he used to be here, he used to be magnanimous and have money to throw around. But now he's at the point of the beggar. He's begging friends. He's begging a lot of people to forget things. To There's a lot of criminal things going on here. People trying to shred documents. Don Jr. is, I feel like one of his big things had to do with the banking. Now remember, 45 made sure that when anything comes back at him, it's not going to hit him. Hence, Teflon Don. Okay. Now, he literally set his children up to take the fall for all of his crimes. He really did. And the banking, this is what I'm feeling with this card. A lot of the things that are going to happen because of Deutsche Bank is going to come back to Don Jr. Okay. The seventh card, or one, two, three, four, the sixth card, we get the Queen of Swords. Okay. Guys, I see the Queen of Swords. This is going to be lawsuits that are coming after him, and I see him having to sit before a female judge, and she's not going to be a Trump appointee, and she's not going to have pity on Don Jr. He's got a lot to answer for. He will be drug into court. Um, and his final card, we get the Seven of Pentacles again, tending the harvest, watching what they have amassed, what they are trying to build. But in this, what Don Jr. is watching is he is literally going to be watching his empire, the Trump empire, implode. All right. Last but not least, in 45's family of those that are going to be indicted, we have Eric. Okay. Spirit guides. Please tell us the fate of Eric Trump. The fate of Eric Trump. Okay. Oh my. Look at this. We get the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is the opulence card. This is having more than any person on the planet could ever need. In reverse, the Nine is roguery, deception, uh, avoided project, bad faith. This is losing, okay? And this is losing the one thing that literally makes this family. Now, Eric is in charge of Trump Industries, okay? Eric is in charge of everything branded with Trump's name on it, including Trump Tower in New York, the biggest offshore or money laundering um, business that they have. Okay, all those Trump buildings, it's all money laundering. Okay, for entertainment purposes only, because I still don't even have Trump's money. Okay, let me go ahead and pull the next. Let me pull the next card so that I can read them out. Mm, very interesting that some of the same cards come out. Okay, so here we got them worried and losing their money. Since Eric is in charge of all the um, the branding, the Trump name branding. He gets the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is arrival, approach, messenger, advancing. So this is him trying. He's the one that has been talking up, building up. He also goes behind the scenes to try to get money. Okay. Now we don't hear a lot about Eric except for when they're making fun of him. Now he's really not. I mean, none of them are intelligent. Let's just put it there. If any of them were partially intelligent, the smartest one would be Ivanka. Okay. The dumbest one would be Don Jr. So Eric is actually smarter than Don Jr. They're just not. I mean, there's just lack of gray matter in all of them. But he is not the imbecile that they try to portray him to be. So he has been working behind the scenes. His job since he's been working has been to work with the branding of the Trump name. So that was his job. This is his card. He has got some trouble coming at him. Okay, this is his near future. This is what is right on top of him. He's got the 10 of swords, all those swords sticking out of his back. Okay, so now I asked on Monday, was 45 going to get hit with those RICO charges? I kind of think it's going to be between Eric and 45's CFO. I think his CFO is going to take the huge fall, and then Eric is going to go right along with him. And then Teflon Don is going to, quote unquote, get away with more. Okay? But he signed over his companies to his children. They still have the same name. He just has a controlling interest. In fact, I don't think he's got a controlling interest. I think that he's given his children uh, one bit more than him so that he doesn't have a controlling interest, but he still gets paid from it. But it puts his children in the position of responsibility. Okay, so behind him. Again, look at this. We get the Seven of Pentacles. Looking at what he's grown, tending his crop. Okay, looking at what they're trying to do. So this is still works in progress for Eric. So even though the writing is on the wall and he sees what's coming for him, he's still finagling. They have not stopped working to try to keep themselves out of prison or to change the narrative. The fifth card for Eric. Again, look guys, we got it for Junior and we got it for Eric. Their money, they are no longer the beneficiaries. They are now the beggars. They are trying very hard because they're seeing their money dissipate because they did not win the presidency. And you guys have to understand this. All those people who were sending money, that wasn't going to campaign anything. It was going directly into the pocket of 45. There's a lot of underhanded, dirty things that are about to come out. When it gets to court, the things all around the world that they have been doing with this dirty money will come out. Court is in Eric's future. Again, just like his brother, he will be facing a lot of court cases because his daddy set him up. Now he has no plausible deniability. You know, this is what they have done as a family. And then again, the last card for Eric, we get the Queen of Pentacles opulence. This is just money. And this is how they've lived their whole life. It's always been about the money, about opulence, hence gold toilets, gold doorknobs. It has to be visual. It's visceral. And this is a sad thing because this is somebody who this is the love of money. This is the consequences of the love of money. You know, when somebody's whole existence is on how much people think they're worth, they have set themselves up for this fall. And it's coming. So let's not be upset about that. If any family has worked their entire existence to incur karma, it's them. Okay, that's an excellent question, Preston. My next question is it's mine. Will Louis DeJoy face charges related to the election? Will Louis DeJoy face any consequences? Will he face any charges related to the election and his conflicts of interest? He should never have had that job. This is going to cause a complete overhaul of our government. So, in the end, everything is going to change because it has to. It has to. The level of corruption that runs through our entire government has got to be purged so that we can have something that actually resembles a democracy. Okay. Will Louis DeJoy face charges related to the election? Ah! Woo! Louis DeJoy, okay, he first card. This is how he's feeling, how he has been feeling. He feels like he's the emperor. He felt like he was all powerful. He felt like he was protected. He had a lot of people lying to him about what he could and could not do. He gets the Empress again. This is fruitfulness, the initiative, unknown, doubt, and ignorance. Okay, um, Louis DeJoy got his position. He did not get picked at random. Okay. He was in 45's ear. 45 knew that he had a competing uh, business. Louis DeJoy was put in place to sabotage, to destroy. Okay. That is going to come after him. The third card for Louis DeJoy, we get the 10 of Cups. Democrat. Hello. Got a happy family card. Okay. Happy family. The question was, that's us being happy. Louis DeJoy is going to jail. Look at that, guys. We get the Ace of Swords with his little head hanging off the pike. Louis DeJoy is going to face uh, charges related to what he did during the election and what he did to the United States Post Office. He has committed some felonies. He's going to prison. Okay. My next question is, will the Republicans turn against 45 because now he's pushing the vaccine? Will the Republicans or the QAnoners, so we call them the GQP, will the GQP turn against 45 because he's pushing the vaccine? Will the GQP turn against 45 because he's pushing the vaccine? Here we go. Woo! I'll show you the first card before I lay him down. First card, we get the Two of Rods, holding the weight of the world in his hands. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. He's got a fight on his hands. Okay, first card out, we get the Two of Rods. This is 45. He's standing there trying to talk to his what do you call it, when his kingdom, to try to save them from themselves. His second card, his presence. He's got the bird of paradise, the opulence. He's feeling himself. He's feeling very confident um, about him speaking to his masses. He's on slippery slope though. He knows that things are not going the way that they want. He's having to do uh, verbal gymnastics to try to keep his followers in line. And he shows up. Here he is, the King of Swords, all powerful. The King of Swords. This is who he envisions himself to be. Power, command, authority. So he's thinking that just his presence and his forcefulness and him telling his subjects what they should do it. The next card we get, again, we get the King of Wands. I kind of feel like this is Joe Biden because this is what bumps heads. So, with him pushing the vaccine, they are now comparing him to Biden and saying that he is trying to force them to poison themselves. These are the same people taking ivermectin. Okay, so their fight is now they're mad because they feel like he's now working with the enemy. His next card, he gets the Hierophant. He's going to try to use his seductiveness, the way that he can talk to people to try to get them to change. Okay, the final card we have on Will 45. Um, will the GQP turn against 45? We get the Eight of Rods, like people throwing rocks at him. So the long and the short of this is what he's doing. Yeah, some people are going to fall away from him, while others, in their confusion, are now going to have to start listening to other people. It's already started happening, guys. People are getting vaccinated now. They are. So, what he did when he went on that television show with Candace Owens helped. It helped. But what it did was fracture the very fragileness of his GQP, because now they don't know what what is truth and what is not, even though they're the same ones that have been spreading all the lies. Now they're confused. So he's going to lose some, not all. But what it's going to cause is it's going to cause friction, because they're not going to be able to support their platform the way that they were. Just them taking the vaccine is going to make them have to shut up. Some of them. The ones that get the shot, we won't hear from anymore. The ones who refuse to get the shot, that are going to keep getting sick and dying, those are the group that we're going to have to deal with. The great thing about that is that group will continue to shrink. Okay? And they've done it to themselves, so nothing that we can really do about that. And my last question is from Spirit Beyond the Stars. And it's not really a question, it's more of a discussion. She wanted to know what Let's Go Brandon mean. Okay. And I guess at a NASCAR event or something, some guy named Brandon actually won. And um, a reporter was interviewing somebody, and the crowd was chanting F Joe Biden. And the reporter thought they said, "Let's go, Brandon," and put that on the broadcast. And the person who won the race, I think I'm right about this, was named Brandon. And, it was a confusion. But here's the thing, guys, they're censoring themselves. Let's go, Brandon. means nothing. It means nothing. Don't let yourself get upset about it. It means nothing. Chant it with them. Let's go, Brandon. And that way, when they look at you and they're like, you don't like Joe Biden? You're like, nah, I'm rooting for Brandon. Take their own garbage and turn it around to where they have to defend their ignorance. Don't let stupid stuff trigger you. Let's go, Brandon. How many Brandons do you know? Let's go, Brandon. Good job, buddy. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Um, she also wanted to know, uh, um, okay, let's talk about what's going on with the Republican congressmen and senators that are being um, asked to testify. And they are now, as lawmakers, thumbing their nose at laws, at democracy. They are doing this. This is a show. This is a show. These guys, they are drawing all their strength from ignorance. That's why they are trying so hard to keep everything that happened on January 6th in the shadows. They don't want any of it to come to the light because they have no defense. They have broken the law. They have committed felonies. Their job, they went against their own jobs. And that's what they're trying to keep from coming to the light. And unfortunately, guys, it's going to take time because those people who are trying to do things right and by the book and being decent people, this is what causes it to slow down. And when we say, well, I wish we were more like them, no, you don't. I don't want to be like them. I don't want to I don't want to act out of ignorance and fear. I want to act out of being informed and doing what's not only what's best for me, but what is best for the entire world. There's more than me living on this planet. And we have to work together so that we can all have our best life, live our best life. The Republicans are behaving this way. The ones that are in power are doing all these antics to try to, I don't know what they're trying to do. They're just trying to stop justice from coming to them. But what they're doing in the interim is they are showing the whole world exactly what they are. They are liars. There is not a shred of dignity. These people spit on laws and norms. They don't apply to them. They are waging everything that they have, hanging it on racism, sexism, bigotry, just hate. It's unsustainable. It cannot win. And it takes too much energy of them to keep it going, which is going to burn them out. It's going to. Stop putting your energy into being angry at them. Put your energy into making your life as wonderful as possible. Stop worrying about what they're doing. Because when you're worried or angry that they haven't faced justice yet, you've put your energy there. You've now fed them, which is going to make it last longer. Stop feeding those things that you don't want to grow. If we want to get rid of 45, we have to starve it to death. Stop feeding it. I love you guys. Happy Wednesday. Let me give you the weather report for the weekend. It's going to be a doozy. Okay, this weekend, all over the United States. Cold, 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 cold. Okay, and like I said, please, guys, through the whole winter, Just right now, if you are at home right now and you have an old blanket, an old comforter or something, grab it, go stick it in the trunk of your car, please. If you got a gallon of water, even if you just got to fill it up out of the tap, put that in your car. And then go to the gas station and top off your tank. Don't travel if you don't have to. Don't travel if you don't have to. The roads are going to be terrible. There's going to be ice. There's going to be snow. There's going to be torrential rains to where roads are going to wash out. Be careful. We are in the wettest. It's like a river that is coming over the entire United States, like a complete ocean of water is going to wash across this continent from the west coast to the east coast. And it's going to bring wind, tornadoes, flooding, ice, and snow. Texas, be prepared. This is the week to really be prepared, Texas. Be prepared for power outages. Be prepared for strong winds. Be prepared for tornadoes. Be prepared. Oklahoma, across the plains. Again, I'm sorry. Be prepared. Alabama, water, and some freak snow that's going to hit some places that usually doesn't snow in. Be prepared. The northern British Columbia, Calgary, um, all across Canada, cold. Um, into central Canada, it's frigid. I mean, literally Arctic temperatures. British Columbia, wet, cold, snowy, cold, wet. You guys are going to see more snow. It's going to be strange for you. Um, Oregon, be prepared for road closures. Be prepared for road closures due to mudslides. I see parts of freeways getting blocked because of mudslides. I see that happening in California as well. Okay, I think that's all. I think that's all. Okay, guys, have a fantastic Wednesday. Thank you for being here. I love you. Namaste.